Hello, hello! My name is Rosie and welcome to Rose Tinted Diamonds. Today is the, good Lord, it is October 2025 and this is my month in review. I'm combining last month's and this month's, as you will see in the title of the video. I obviously did not know I was going to do this last month at the beginning when I made the video last month. But I will be posting, like, obviously both together. So I'm going to put this little excerpt in before the videos start and everything else, and then I will get into it. But hello, I'm so glad to be back. I know it's been a long time, and I hope that you will continue to bear with me as I figure my life out one step at a time. I am human. These things happen. Okay, so first last month's video, then we'll get into this month's video. Okay, so September, October 2025 months in review. Hello, my name is Rosie and welcome to Rose Tinted Diamonds. Today we are going to do a September, almost at August, September month in review. This is not going to be the most exciting one for sure, just because I didn't have a whole lot of time to diamond paint this month for some reason. There was a lot going on. My life is chaos. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be my life. That's kind of where I'm at this point. If I knew it was going to chaos quite this hard, I probably would have busted out a little bit more at the beginning of the month. But here we are. So my first and only finish this month is Magic Arcades by Miss Holly. So here is my book, The Magic is in You. And this I started on 9/1/2025. This was obviously for Drills and Chills. You know, September rolls around, and for me, my birthday is in September, and September, the entire month, is spooky / autumn. Even if it's like hot here, like my brain wants to be in cooler weather, pine cones, like spooky stuff. Like, this is my lovely bird Mephisto, as I call him. If you know, you know. All my love and deep space girlies. But started this on 9/1/2025. I was chomping at the bit the entire time, but I made myself wait till the first. Finished it 9/28/2025. When I finished this painting, my body, apparently I spent too long finishing the painting and then automatically putting stuff away. And then very next day, my body rebelled, and I don't know if I like pulled the muscles like in my neck / shoulder, but I'm still battling that, which has been very bad for my diamond painting because I'm taking a break for like the next week or so, but very good for my computer console gaming that I've been doing. So I guess it all balances out in the end somewhere. This is not archived as far as I know. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments. But this is by Diamond Art Club. I love Miss Holly's artwork. Love it. This is a 55.8 centimeter by 78.7 centimeter, or a 22.3 inch by 31.5 inch. So not too big. This is like average size, I would say, for most of the paintings that I do, at least. It is a round painting, and there is a absolute metric ton of black cat glitter, aka hair, all up in this painting because my cat decided to be like vindictive for some reason and attempt to lay, and he doesn't usually do this, but he attempted to lay in every spot that I was doing. So it actually made it so I had to reapply glue at one point in one of the squares because he had fully like lain himself out across it as I left it open. Dumb of me, but you know, Usually it's not an issue, so that's just, it was unexpected. I had to peel off all the black cat hair and then reapply glue, and it worked and it was fine, but like, dang, bro, like, ugh. So this had 66 colors. I did not add anything to it. I just kind of did it as is, was just kind of having fun with just chilling a little bit. This was start number 55 in total, 17 of 2025, finish number 52 in total, and finish number 17 for 2025. This is for Jills and Chills. I am keeping this. My favorite part is the specials. The specials look so good. So these big like rivets here are amazing. Those look so good. And I wasn't sure because they're square in like a round painting. So wasn't sure about that at first, but no, it actually looks really good. The crystal placement is super fun. Not a super fan of this color right here, but I feel like it fits well enough that like it's not really an issue. The little spots in her bag are gorgeous. There is a ton of fairy dust in this one, and even the AB placement was pretty spot on. Like I loved pretty much everything about this canvas. Honestly, the only problem I had was literally just its rounds, so the cat hair gets in it, and that drives me crazy because that's who I am. So the kit itself was actually great. I didn't have any like glue issues other than that one section that I had to, hi Cal, that I had to like redo. But outside of that, no, it looks really good. I started from the bottom right and immediately was like in awe of the detail of like the skirt and the sweater. The way that they made the sweater actually look like a like knit sweater. It's just so good. Oh, okay. Hello. Oh, yep. All right. Cat attack. Got it. You okay? I grabbed you and that hurt my shoulder, but you know what? I love you, so stop it. Oh, it's like a panty hug attack, but like worse. Oh, that actually hurt. Okay. You're seeing stuff live. Hello. Not really live, but like, yeah. That was a blooper for the ages. Yeah, outside of that, just very like, I loved all of the animals. I left this guy to the very last, and I basically did like the bottom section. I did the top section, and then I did this side so that I was left at the end with most of these critters and this little critter here. So I did that perfectly to make myself just like want to bust through all of it. Little snake, I don't even like snakes, okay? But that little guy is adorable. And the little frog, which is why we have a little froggy here. And we've got a little fox. There's a corgi. Who doesn't like a good corgi? Like chinchilla. A stoat. All I can think of is like weasel stoat. Because I don't think it's a ferret. I mean, it could be. It could be a ferret. If it's a ferret, if you think it's a ferret, cool. Perfect. There's like a little lizard with his tongue sticking out. I love him. Again, I'm not even like a fan of like those things. There's a little bat. Look at a little bat. That bat is so cute. Everything about this like picture is just adorable. Her hair highlights are like beautiful. It's all so good. She's got her little wand here and her witch's hat. Just, I can't. It's so good. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. You can't see it, but the old man is rubbing up against me asking for attention, so must give attention. Okay, so that was that. And like I said, it may have ended up in like me like, crippling my shoulder, but honestly, it was totally worth it. I got it done in time to like be happy, so I ain't even mad. The only other one that I made even the like remote amount, and it's upside down of course because I was working on it upside down. Ooh, shoulder. Okay. Is this one. This is Chroma by Margaret Morales and DAC. Love us some Margaret Morales in this house. She is quite literally one of my favorite artists, along with like Rosie Scribbles and like some of the Yume's are like amazing, and like there's so many good ones at DIC, especially like I can't. So let's hop backwards because this one got started 6/9 of 25. And if it wasn't for this shoulder thing, I was going to bust through this. But my body was like, yeah, I don't think so. So we're waiting. There's 70 colors in this one. It was start number 50. This is 46.8 centimeters by 70.7 centimeters or 18.7 inches by 28.3 inches. The only reason that this one is taking so long is because it is a confetti wowza. Like that last one had 66 colors, but you could see some like pretty big sections where like it was just all one color or like 3 colors in like a section. This is quite literally like you can see just the absolute craziness of confetti that is in this painting. The greens, there's like 6 different greens, all like green blues, all up in everything. The reds, there's a ton of reds. It's absolutely crazy. But it's turning out gorgeous. If I were to do this again, I would say I probably wouldn't have added the pink crystal to it. But outside of that, because there was only one crystal that came with it, and that was this white one that originally came with it, I probably wouldn't have done the pink crystal. Outside of that, all of these other like additions that I've done so far are amazing, and I love them. Cal, what are you doing, bro? He's decided that he's going to investigate everything. Just don't eat Mephisto, please. Please don't eat Mephisto? Okay. You can smell him and you can like rub on him and stuff, but like we're not gonna eat Mephisto. Oh, and I've got like this like face over here. Like I love spooky stuff. She's just like a lady that's, her head is open, so you could put flowers in it. It's not weird at all. But yeah, so that's what I've got so far. So as far as this next month goes, I am going to start another one. I don't know if... So, I've got my Stitch Along by... I wanted to say the Witchy Stitcher. But now I'm like, I don't think it is. I don't think it is the Witchy Stitcher. And I'm like, who is it? This is the Flower Dragon Meadow, and I got this from Jaded Gem Shop. Flossy Fox. Oh my god, how did I forget Flossy? The name is Flossy Fox Shop. So the SAL Stitch Along is Flossy Fox Shop. I am going to kit that up very soon as my shoulder starts behaving itself. No thanks to this one. I'm going to kit that up. It's literally just a blank canvas. They give you buy the pattern from the Etsy shop, the Flossy Fox shop. You then can either do your cross stitch, because it's a cross stitch conversion project. You take the pattern and you make it into like the diamond painting. You place them properly. You do have to buy it from Jade, and I think it's like $70 USD. For me, at least. But it's totally worth it. I've seen the part that has been released so far. She's released 2 parts of it, and it's adorable. It's like this bottom section down here. Super, super cute. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but absolutely adorable, totally worth it, and I'm excited for the rest of it. I've never done a cross-stitch conversion before, so this is going to be like a true learning experience for me. But it's exciting because it's cute. And I'm like, yeah, I'm super stoked about it. This is my first Flossy Fox Shop diamond painting, which is an absolute tragedy. Jaded Gem Shop has a bunch of their pixel charted paintings. They're not super big. but they look amazing. So I am going to eventually invest in that once my Legend of Zelda Link painting thing is done, which may take a while, but you know what? That just means that they're gonna have more that I can buy at that time, so it's gonna be fine. Outside of that, what other one am I gonna do for Drills and Chills? It's so hard. I did just get they did a restock of the Marigona Suli. It's still up on the DIC website that I know of, but it's the, what's it called? The Greenhouse, I think, by Marigona Suli. That one got oh, my words are just not working today. It got put back up. They have more. So that's a possibility. I knew that the second one was going to be the hard one. But I also have the Jenny Lee Autumn Tory Gate one that I also may end up doing because my husband wants that done as well. But there's also the Pixie Sticks ones that I've been eyeing too. I don't know, like Drills and Chills is so hard for me because I love so much of the like the witches and the like mythical monsters and, you know, bones and different things like that. Like those are absolutely my jam. So it's hard. This is a hard one for me. The first one was super easy because my husband actually picked that one last year and I didn't end up getting to it. So I was like, okay, we're just gonna do it, get that one done. And everybody picked that one anyways when I asked. So the other one that they picked was, I think the one with the witch's hat, Coven, I think is what it was called. And I have that one hanging up, but now I'm like, man, there's so many other ones that I want to do. And it's a real struggle. So I have one more month of spooky specifically. So I could always do the Jenny Lee as like a November thing because it's fall instead of like Halloween. So I may like err on the side of like more Halloween vibes rather than, yeah. But the Marigona Suli is also bright colors. It's like green and pink, which are like my favorite colors. So that could also be like a springtime thing. So it's very confusing. I also may just end up doing Artemis because I know that that's one of the oldest in my stash, which this year has been very much me trying to push out some of the like older paintings so that I can be done with those and I don't have to like feel bad that they're in my stash at this point. So we'll see kind of what ends up happening. Next month could be very interesting or it could be very dull depending on how this shoulder thing kind of ends up. So thank you. Oh, I could also tell you that I finished show-wise. I finished the Love Between a Fairy and a Devil. It is a Chinese drama, like romance drama thing. That was very good. If you like Asian like dramas and stuff, and if you like the more like fantasy type stuff, it truly was a very good one. And I had that like, you know when you finish a series and you're just like, you have like a letdown? I had that emotional letdown. I was like, oh no. So I ended up going back through Manacled, which I found mostly on Spotify, and then I also found it on YouTube. And then I also went through, the Untamed again. Once again, a Chinese drama. That one is a boy love. The Netflix series is not technically, but you can see kind of like undertones of like the romance there. They're just not blatant about it because they can't. And then what else have I been watching? Oh, I'm now reading I think it's the assistant to the villain. It's the third book of the villain series. Like, here, it's the... Yeah, assistant to the villain, I think, was the first one. So this is the apprentice to the villain. So I'm on that one. I'm reading that right now. Was there anything else that I read? Now I'm, like, questioning myself. I don't know. I could always go back and take a look. I know I've been reading the Academy, the Astral Academy or something. I've said it in other like whipping chats and stuff, and like my brain is just not working today, which is fine. I'm gonna give myself grace on this one because like life has been wild. But yeah, I've been reading that one. And my brother's mad at me right now. Ooh, you've got an owie, bro. Because he's been reading the Stormlight Chronicles, or the... Oh. Why is there a cat claw, like, legit in your fur? Homie, who have you pissed off? Really, though. Who did you piss off? That's okay. Alright. He's so distracting, I'm sorry. Also, hide your booty, bro. I've always joked, he has had his tail where he doesn't have his tail like down like normal cats. He has his tail that goes like up. If you've ever seen the Pokemon Skuntank, right? Of course, he totally like skewed everything. I'm so sorry. But if you've ever seen the Pokemon Skuntank is absolutely this cat. He like holds his tail up like over the top of himself. It's so funny. He's always been this way though. Oh, and then games. I'm taking a break from WoW right now because my shoulder and like the gameplay is too intense. We do like 10s and 12s like in Mythic Plus, and trying to get AOTC for the raid and things like that, and just like it's a little too intense for my shoulder right now, so I'm taking a break from that. But I have been continuing on with my Oracle of Ages, Legend of Zelda run. I am almost done with, Oracle of Seasons. Almost done with Oracle of Seasons, then I'm going to move on to Oracle of Ages. I'm really, really, really hoping that Oracle of Ages, stop it! The Oracle of Ages is, faster? Could you stop trying to bite me, homie? Like, okay. I hope it's shorter. Because these games are really long, and like I was hoping that they would be a little like go a little faster so I can get to like more games. I still need to finish a few SNES games. I have not finished them. I'm just literally trying to like get the motivation to get some of those done because they're platformers, and I have an issue with platformers. I'm so bad at them. So and then here pretty soon we're going to start, I think actually today, we are going to start Silent Hill F, which is the new Silent Hill game. It very much reminds me of the Camera Obscura game. And I'm trying to remember what it's called. Stop it! That's mine. Shoot. Yeah, brain is just not working today. But the Camera Obscura game, if you look up Camera Obscura, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's a horror game, Asian horror game, where you take pictures of ghosts and that's how you like exorcise them. So super excited for that. Plus, we're going to be hitting Phasmo and Ale and Tail Tavern. So we have actually been playing this really cute game called the Ale and Tail Tavern. And you get to like run your own tavern. You have to do quests because you're an adventurer. And like get ingredients and stuff via, like exploration and different things like that. Very, very simple, very, very like short, but it is so cute. Stop it. He keeps shaking the camera. He is being, nope. You just lost privileges. Okay. But yeah. It is very, very cute. I recommend that one a lot. If you are into like multiple people playing and like having fun. I've got one friend who sits and like he loves the tavern life and doing the tavern and making it like very efficient. My husband goes off and kills things and he does all the like the kill quests and stuff, and then I'm somewhere in between, kind of like helping him, helping my friend Arvin, and just kind of like having fun with it. There's nothing like bad about it. Like, it's just some drunk people in the tavern. Sometimes you have to like swat with a broom. That's the worst of it. There's no like tavern brawls or anything, but it's really cute, and you get to kind of like make the place your own and stuff. So, and you unlock things as you go. You get a garden, so you get to do gardening and different things like that. So you get to kind of choose how you play the game, which is really nice. So yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and I did buy a new pen from Butterfly Effect Wares. They had like pumpkin spice pens, and I couldn't resist. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a rosy day. Okay, so as for October goes, this was a really rough month. My mental health took a big tank, nothing like too dramatic or anything, but it got to the point where I didn't really want to diamond paint at all. My video games went up quite a bit, and I think my reading was pretty sad. I think I did watch some shows and stuff. I think I ended up binge watching shows, and like we were sick for like 2 weeks during the month of October, and it's been a wild ride. So I am here with my whips. I do not, for whatever reason, have any finishes, which is a little upsetting, but it's gonna be okay. I have been pretty steadfast on getting finishes out and completed in my like, what, 2-3 years? I think 3 years of diamond painting. Maybe it's 2. I don't even know. I'd have to look. I never keep track of anything. I'm the worst. But yeah, so let's get into first like the diamond painting, whips, and different things like that. The first one for the month that I believe I started, part of the issue I'm having right now is that I just kind of started things and didn't really write down the dates or put them in my logbook until like today. So like I was kind of scrambling to figure out exactly what days I had like started and finished everything. Oh, I did have a finish. Yeah, I did have a finish. Okay, so I will hold on one second. Okay, I swear I did actually like look through things, and I must have just missed the fact that I did actually have a finish. As of October 8th, I finished Chroma. Chroma is gorgeous. Some of my favorite things about this painting are the pearls in like her ring, the metallics. I actually ended up really liking the glitter drills, which I don't like those in every single thing. And then I really liked these sparklers, because of course I got the enhancement set from Diamond Painting with Sparklers. Sorry. I did not get the entire enhancement set. I did not grab the ABs, and I did not use some of the crystals that I grabbed because I ended up not actually enjoying, I started at the bottom, right? And I ended up not really enjoying the look of the crystal against like the normal drills. I feel like because of how colorful this is, and it kind of feels a little muddy with the amount of everything else that was in here. So if I were to do this again, for sure, I would not use that crystal. The white crystals actually came with the canvas, and those look pretty good. But I feel like that looks pretty good because of the fact that, you know, there's just a few of them in a very like concentrated part, And they're very much like, oh, they're like branches that take on some light, which is super cool. The crown, you can see the face. I wasn't 100% sold on putting pearls next to her face, but I think it turned out fine. I attempted to put the regular drills down in some parts of her face and stuff, and I think that ended up looking a little bit better. So next time, like, if I were to do this again, I'm too lazy to pull drills off, you guys. Like, I barely, like, I'm able to get through the canvas, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm good. If something's wrong at that point, like, I'm done. If I catch it midway through, and it's not that many, usually I can go back and be happy fixing that. I wish there was more metallic drills in her, goodness, I heard that, in her crown. But I really like the special drills that are in here. And then the little like starbursts on the tips of her crown are an interesting, not sure about the placement of that one up there, but they're interesting. I think that it adds a little bit of dimension to her crown in a good way. So I was not ready and prepared to talk about this painting this video, but you know what? That's okay. I bought this one 8/25/24, so last year, right around August, at the end of August, obviously. I started it. Oh, this is Chroma by Margaret Morales. Oh my god, I hope I actually said that at the beginning. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I started at 6/9/25 and finished at 10/8/25. I did a bunch of stuff in between. This was a very, very confetti heavy piece. I thought there would be a little bit more, like little color blocky areas, but there really just, unless it was like her skin, there really just wasn't. And even that you can see like all of the color variations like in her skin and stuff. And like, yeah, it ended up getting a little tedious. I loved it. I enjoyed the painting itself, and this was a must-have. I almost saved it for next year Pride, but I have hopes that DIC will come out with some decent, like some Pride kits that speak to me in my LGBTQ like space. So there's that. So I was like, okay, I have hope for the future. We're gonna go ahead and just finish this off. I'm really happy I did that. Enjoyment was like a 5 out of 10 because I just struggled. Sir, am I really opening the window? Okay, hold on. I gotta open the window for my cat because he's a monster. Okay, come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. Move your tail. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Woo. Cassifer has joined us. I really struggled with this one. There was a lot of things going on with my house flooding, my family, things happening, and just, it was a lot. It ended up being a lot of mental stress that really, it's been taking a toll on my enjoyment of my hobbies and stuff for the last, I would say like 2 to 3 months. It's been a lot. So with that, I at least had one finish. Again, I didn't expect that. This is not archived, this, as far as I know. This is Diamond Art Club. This is a 18.7 inch by 28.3 inch or 46.8 centimeter by 70.7 centimeter. It is a square gel painting. There are 70 colors in this. And this is number 50 overall, which was kind of a cool, like, 12 for the year, finish number 53 ever, and finish number 18 for the year. This was done for Pride Month, and I am keeping this. I loved the pearls, the render, her face, and the stickiness on the canvas, which I've had a lot of trouble with with some of the DIY canvases lately. This did not have that problem. So I don't know if it was like a timing thing or what's going on, but the cat is being a monster, but that's totally normal. Didn't really care for the pink crystals. There was a light blue crystal that looked too close, in my opinion, to this crystal. And yeah, I didn't care for that, so I pulled those early and fixed that. The confetti was a little tedious. I swapped 666 for magma sparklers, which was there. 921 for 921 pearls. I'm not going to do a post review on this, so I'm not really like super worried about it. It's been too long for me to be able to pull that information from my brain at this point. 3706 got the 956 glitter, which is that light pink glitter. 3756 was swapped for 3325 crystal. Stop it. So sorry, you guys. Calcifer is being an absolute chicken nugget. Stop it, you spicy monster. Stop, buddy. Quit. Hold on one sec. He's gotta go down in my chair. There we go. Okay. He's just being spicy. Just like the rest of my family. Okay. Yeah, and then I didn't end up using the 3354 crystal in the light blue. And I did use the 349 starburst in the crown. So yeah, that was kind of that. 8 out of 10 confetti, I would say. It wasn't like horrendous. Like, this isn't computer charted, but like, it had a lot of confetti. We're just gonna go with that. And it wasn't even like line confetti. There was a lot of this like checkerboarding and stuff that just took a very long time. So now that that one's out of the way, I did not expect that one because, as you see, like, this was, yeah, I started this in June, so this was a very long time ago. Okay, so I may have these out of order, and I think I do. 827, 817. Yeah, okay. I do have this slightly out of order, which is fine. We're gonna just move some things around real quick. So start by putting that guy there. So we are actually, I'll tell you about some of my other adventures too. Okay. So my next one that I started is Quests by something deviant. Had to remember. This one is Jaded Gem Shop, and it is her hybrid charting. You can kind of tell, like, up close, it's a lot more confetti heavy than it is from far away. Far away, it looks actually like really good. I'm gonna go ahead and say I like it. And I think I will end up liking this piece when it's done. In the meantime, I'm like taking these squares and I'm like splitting them into like 3 and working these like small skinny sections, just because my brain, if I try and do like a whole entire section, my brain like implodes and is like, where do I even start? And like just has an absolute meltdown for absolutely no reason. I'm gonna say this is like a 9 out of 10 confetti. If that was like an 8 out of 10, this is like a 9 to 10 out of 10. Maybe like a 9.5 if I'm being like pedantic. I started this one 8/17/25. Obviously it's not done. I got like the first section done and then it sat there for a while because I was like, I am not touching this. My brain was not ready for that, but we're working through it. This is a 50 by 55 centimeter canvas and it is square drills. There are, I didn't write down how many colors there are. Oh, 52. There are 52 colors. I should probably write that down. There are 52 colors. Okay. This was start number 53 ever. Start number 15 for the year. Whew. Okay. So Bought this one 5/1/24. So this is about a year old. Year and a few months. So yeah, so far this is actually going pretty well in my opinion. And this is, it's gonna be fun to do in small doses. I am actually using the like whip wheel at the moment just because most of my projects are incredibly confetti heavy, which you will see as we go forward. Or they're just gonna take a lot of brain power. So that was this one. You can see my husband bought me these super cute, I figured Nintendo, right? Right, okay. So my husband bought me this like Easter Pokemon tape, like washi tape. And so I decided that Nintendo deserved to go with Nintendo. Also, I thought anime, so I went with the Sailor Moon girls. But yeah, so Zelda, Pokemon tape, and Sailor Moon, 3 of my favorite things, all on one canvas. Yeah. If that will stay. Next, I think it was Janumi. This is, oh gosh, Mage Mentor and, oh, Mage Master and Pupil is what this is called. It is by the artist Janumi and the company DIYamond's Delights. I love DIYamond's Delights so very much, like so incredibly much. I cannot explain. And I love the person who owns it, and like she's just a wonderful person. So this has been a really nice break. The only thing I'm like I may change is the sparkles. If you can barely see that these are different, but they're like barely different. So I may decide to take like a different fairy dust and put them in there, like maybe do like a yellow or something, and it may work in like her hair and stuff, but I don't feel like it works entirely for the background specifically, like in these places here. So I might change that. It's not very many drills. We'll see how I feel by the end of it. As I said before, that like I don't really change things after the fact, but if there's not that many, then I might still change it. This has worked up really nicely. It's been just an absolute breeze, honestly. I'm gonna say like 1 out of 10 confetti. I haven't really gotten to like the girls or anything too much, but like even these things down here, they're all very one-toned. So other than the outline, it's all just like fill in the picture, very like coloring book style, if that makes sense. I bought this 8/26/25. I was literally at my mother's house when I started this, and I wasn't sure I was even going to like touch it afterwards, because this was just done because I was sitting at her dining room table, and the confetti in chroma was a lot, so I needed a break. And so I had this with me because it had gotten delivered like I think the day of or the day before. So yeah, it was a good break, and I didn't really count it as a whip until I really counted it as a whip. But that is the day that I put down the first drills, because it's the day after I got it. It is a 23 inch by 21.2 inch or 58.5 centimeters by 53.8 centimeters. It is not archived that I saw. I did check. It is squares, 17 colors. Yeah, only 17 colors in this bad boy, but it is so cute. Start number 54 ever, 16 of 2025. Not done for any event, just kind of in the hopes that I would keep my sanity. So yeah, 1 AB and 4 fairy, like dust drills. I won't say fairy dust because that's a no-no. But yeah, super cute. Came with these little stickers. I got like 3 other canvases at the same time, and I was going to do a video, but again, I was at my mom's house. So that never happened, but maybe I'll still film a video for the other 3 when I get my head on together. Yeah. So up next, we have my child yelling because he's home from school. This is an amazing project that has actually really helped my mental state for some weird reason. This is Flower Dragon Meadow cross stitch conversion, and this is a stitch along. So she gives us parts of this pattern each month. So this would be like part 1, there's a part 2 and a part 3 out here pretty soon. I think we'll get part 4. This is by the artist Flossie Fox. So you go to her Etsy page, you buy the PDF of the pattern, and then you go to Jade and you buy the materials from Jade. She has an actual listing for it. And then each month, again, we're 3 months out of, I think, like 6, I think is how that works, but don't quote me on that one. I'd have to look and see again, but I think it's 6. I think this is the 6-month project. Because I think it's gonna go like that, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. I have been wrong before. I've got my little dragons here. I started this on 10/12/25. Didn't buy it that long ago. Obviously like 3 months ago, theoretically. It is not archived as far as I understand yet. I'm not sure how long Jade is going to have it up or how long Flossie Fox is going to have it up, but it is there as far as I know. 44.25 centimeters by 46.25 centimeters is the size of the canvas. Squares, drill shape, 33 colors, start number 56, 18th of 2025. It is a stitch along. It is a cross stitch conversion, and what a cross stitch conversion is that these patterns were made for cross stitchers, right? You take the cloth and you stitch each little cross stitch into, hold on, sorry, kiddo ran in. You stitch the pattern into the cloth, you know, by like each square would essentially be 1 stitch. So this is taking that pattern and converting it into diamond painting form. So it's been really fun. I can't like show you the pattern or anything because obviously that's, you have to pay for that. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, and honestly it's been really fun. I thought my mental was not going to be able to handle it, and actually having to sit and count and think and weirdly do maths has been incredibly fun and incredibly like rewarding, watching the blank canvas turn into, like, this is like a true mystery canvas. Like, you know what's gonna come out at the end, but you literally have no pattern to work off of except for what you have. I use my phone and I use Pattern Keeper to convert the pattern into something that I can actually like mark and read and everything else. It's really actually pretty easy to figure out. And it's just been fantastic and fun. Look at the little birdies. I freaking love them. I have done, here's a caveat, right? It is 11/3 today. It is my husband's birthday. And yeah, I did a little bit in the month of November. I don't know how much. It's gonna be okay. I'm just gonna show you. It's early enough in the month that I'm not gonna sweat it. So, also this cover reminder is from Nicole at Shire Shenanigans. Her stuff is absolutely adorable. She has hair clips. She has earrings, like a little acrylic earrings. I wish I had my earrings with me. I've got like Andarna and Tern, like in earring form. I freaking love them. So if you're a bookish person, if you're like, you know, whatever, like she's got a ton of cover minders / needle minders. She has a bunch of like hair clips, a bunch of earrings and stuff, some keychains, different things like that. And her business is super amazing. So just shout out to Nicole. So there's that. Oh, and a lot of my other ones are from Galloway's Gallery. I'm not going to shout out one and not shout out the other. Galloway's Gallery has like a bunch of these. I'm going to bump this for just a second, but a bunch of these, this was a gift. My childhood, I'm sorry. But a bunch of these were from Galloway's Gallery, and they are like acrylic, and she just pops little magnets on there, and they are amazing and versatile. And you can get there. She has so many different ones. And they are some of, I'm so sorry about the bumping, but they're some of my favorite ones other than Nicole's. Because some of Nicole's are so good and so spicy. I just, yeah. If you have a odd sense of humor, you will appreciate Nicole's store. Not that she's odd. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, there's one underneath. Haha. I have more whips than I thought I did. That's okay. That is okay. So, now let's move on to the Lantern Festival, there we go, by Jenny Lee. Start date was 10/14/25. I may have these out of order just slightly. It's gonna be okay. Not archived that I know of. I bought this 5/13/25. My husband loves this one and wants this to kind of go up in the front room, I think. So I'm kind of trying to bust this out before winter hits in full. This is another confetti heavy piece. Most of the time when you have landscapes and stuff like this, they're gonna be confetti heavy. Like that's just the way of it. And it's gonna be okay, but I am definitely like taking my time on this one, not really like rushing myself. As long as I get it done by the end of the year, I'm gonna be super happy. Super happy. Because at the beginning of the year is Art by Julia event by some of my friends, and I'm super excited for that because I have been itching to work on a duck painting for forever. And I'm hoping that Black Friday brings us more ducks because I'm getting them. I don't care. So this is our the Lantern Festival by Jenny Lee, and it is 65 centimeters by 97.8 centimeters, which is 25.6 inches, not very wide, but 38.6 inches long, which is quite long. It is square drills, 47 colors. This is start number 57, start number 19 for 2025. This is the second painting that I did for Drills and Chills 2025. I was so depressed and out of it that I'm so mad. I did not even turn in my, hold on. We're gonna get through this. But I didn't end up doing the final, like documentation for Drills and Chills, so I was not entered to, for any grand prizes at all whatsoever. I'm happy that I got to like do the whole event. I was just like, I did the work. You know what I mean? Like that's it. It was just, I did the work. This is a gift for my husband. So far, so good. I like the colors a lot. Lots of browns. I'm not usually one to do a lot of browns, but I think it's a pretty fun painting, and there's like 2 or 3 others that go with it, and I think we're waiting for one of them to get published, and then I'm going to buy the whole set. But lots of lanterns, lots of leaves, a torii gate, just lots of very fun stuff. And I've got my puppy dog with his leaves, and I've got, not that you can see, and then I have my fox with his leaves. So there's that. Not very far in it. Also, I have started using a, whoop, sorry, Cal. He's in my chair right now. An easel, which is making my shoulders, because I'm in physical therapy, you guys, for the last like year and a half for my shoulders. The like muscles around my shoulder blades, my, what do you call them, the scapula, get really like knotted up, and then they mess with like all of the muscle groups attached to them, which are like around the chest area, like on the sides, like under your armpits and stuff, and they mess with like the side of your neck and like pulling your like spine out of place, and I get like knots up in my like upper shoulders too, and like along my spine, and it's crazy. It's just, so I'm like swapping between using my new big giant easel and still doing some while it laying flat and me like bent over. So yeah, that's been a bit of a challenge too, on top of everything else, just trying to get used to all of that in its entirety. So lots of changes. The final painting that I'm going to talk about is Gamer Room by Mrs. Butterdee. I started this one 10/28/25. I literally just did one space because I'm just using it as like a palette cleanser. There is quite a bit of confetti still in here. It's not like, or at least like in this like section. It was archived, literally. It went out of stock the same day it came out, and it was immediately archived. We're not going to really speculate at this point why it was archived, but it was archived. So this is no longer available. If you like the painting, you will have to find it in a D-stash, unfortunately. Not 100% sure I like the color of Link's tunic and hat. I may go back. This is one of the few things, obviously I am a Legend of Zelda nerd. So I may go back and change that, just for my own happiness. There's a Diva cup. There is, what is his name? Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't remember his name. Oh, but he's a very popular character in Japan. A Ramune, that's how you say that. She's got a little cat pillow. She's got cat ear headphones. I would love a pair of those someday. I've always wanted a pair, and I'm just a dork. But I don't want to spend the money. Hi, it's me. I think that one is from Hello Kitty. I don't know anything really about Hello Kitty. I'm sorry. There's a Pokeball. There's a Kirby. There's a Gigi. There's a Totoro. There's another Link, like there's like a Zelda, Legend of Zelda emblem in the back, the Triforce with the little wingies and stuff. Love that. And because everything is so pink, I'm using my Cerberus cover minder. Cerberus is one of my favorite lore animals other than phoenixes, so had to have him. He's in like everything. If I can use him, I use him. We've been playing Hades 2, and he's in there, and like I just love him. I love him. Yeah, so as far as what I've been up to, we can talk real quick about my real life. Again, I'm not gonna get into like specifics about like what's going on, but like just lots of strife with family and different things like that. And then I started volunteering at my kids' school in the library, which is super fun. It gives me a chance to be social and help out where I can. along with the fact that books are some of my favorite things in life. So I am going to also attempt to do, because this is only like once a week, I'm also going to attempt to either volunteer at my local library or volunteer at like one of the pet shelters, like the dog shelters. I haven't chose exactly which one yet or how I would like to volunteer in those locations, but they're a possibility because I have to be flexible with my schedule for my kid, but I would like to do something for, you know, my community kind of thing. So I figured the whole school thing was a good step in the right direction. I'm trying to get back into working out, eating healthy, that sort of thing. I lapsed partially because of being sick, partially because of depression. Like it's all kind of snowball effect, all of that. As far as like books go, I know I just finished it last night, but I've been working on this book for like a long time. It's called Wolfspeak, and this is part of the Wild Magic trilogy from Tamara Pierce. I have been working on I wanted to call it Vampire Academy. It is Zodiac Academy. Woo! I'm on like Shadow Princess, I think, part 2, and I'm just waiting for that audiobook to come out or to get to me. So I'm waiting for book 3 of the Wild Magic series. I got through all of the Alanas, Alana the Lioness. This is like after that set of books. Alana's still in it. She has cameos, but it's not about her. I really have come to love that author very, very much. Outside of that, I'm listening to Fate. What is it called? I am listening. Oh, Fate Inked in Blood is what I'm listening to currently. It's wild. Don't attack me, Cal. You've Reached Sam was one that I tried to get into, and I just was not in the right mental for that book in particular, and it goes really slow. And I know that's the kind of book that it is, but I couldn't handle it personally. So that was just a personal opinion on that one. I finished Accomplice to the Villain, which is book 3 of the Villain series by Hannah Nicole Mirror. I don't know how to say that. And if I don't start reading Words of Radiance here pretty soon, I think my brother's gonna kick my butt. So my little brother has been reading that series and loves it, which I'm super happy about because I've just been introduced into Brandon Sanderson, and it's nice to share those things with him too, because I know he read some of the Robert Jordan series, which is one of my favorite series as a kid. So it's nice to know that he's getting into stuff like that, which is cool. And then as far as games go, right? Let me flip to my list. I know that, hold on, where's my Rosie Boomer games? Oracle of Seasons, I finished that one. I know I've been on that one for a while. Some of those older, like Zelda series, can be a little long-winded, and they're very like samey. They're very like puzzly, but like you can only do so much with what you have. They're fun though. They're fun. I just got to a point, and there's a few bosses that I was like, oh, this is terrible. I attempted to do Chrono Trigger, and ended up not really caring for the plot and the characters. So I quit that one. I stopped playing that one. I played Spyro the Dragon, which is the first game of the Spyro series. I'm trying to finish off like the SNES games so that I can be completely done with those and then move on to just the regular like Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color genre, which is a large section because there's many years of those 3 consoles. I beat, what is that? I beat Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland recently, and that was all just in October. So it was a good, as far as gaming goes, that was like the only thing I could get myself to do was like different video games and stuff. I quit World of Warcraft because my like team stopped really like doing anything together, and so I stopped wanting to play. And then I tried a different team and it just didn't work for me personally. They didn't do mechanics well enough or do enough damage, some of them, and they were carrying them in ways that I was not willing to carry people I did not know. So yeah, I quit that one. But there's a lot of like really cool Final Fantasy stuff that's coming up here pretty soon, and I also bought Vampire Survivors and Sons of the Forest. We started playing Sons of the Forest last night, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, and we played, oh my gosh. We played Silent Hill F, and I thought it was very good. Not like amazing, but it was good. But you have to also know that you have to play the game like several times to get the full story. And if you don't go into it knowing that you have to play this game multiple times, you're not going to enjoy yourself, because you just spend the entire first playthrough totally confused. We ended up watching the YouTube videos for the last endings and stuff, but you end up missing a lot of key information that you get in the second and third playthrough. Part of that is, oh, and also the combat was kind of janky. My husband was playing it, and he's usually really good at those games, and he struggled. So he ended up having to do it on story mode about halfway through. He had to switch it to story mode because the bosses just got kind of like insane. And we're not talking like Dark Souls insane, we're talking like, they almost felt like not doable. Because your reaction time just has to be that on point. So there's that. Otherwise, I think it's worth, I would say it was worth like $30-$40. I wouldn't buy it personally at like $70 or $80. My husband said he would have been upset paying, I think, more than like $25, because he saw that you didn't get all the information and he was just like done. It was a little more gory than I'm used to in my horror games, but it wasn't so much excessive that I was like, no, yep, rip, we're not playing that again. And then we also did Blueprints, which is, it's haha, blueprints. There's 2 words that sound very similar there. And our bestie loved it. My husband liked it, and I didn't really care for it. I'm not really into like the roguelite genre, doing certain things like over and over and over again until you get like a certain outcome. And you know, if you love it, I love it for you, as Katie from Diamonds and Washi would say. And yeah, that's very much how I feel about that particular game, which is if you love it, I love it for you. I think we're looking into like Clair Obscur here pretty soon, or what is it called? I think it's a Shin Megami Tensei game, and I can't remember what it's called. It's one of the new ones that are out. Or going back through some of the other Personas, because we just went through Persona 5 with all of our friends, and he and I have been through 3, and well, he and I have been through 4 together. And then he did 3 and 2 and 1 by himself because I couldn't handle it at the time. So we're going to go back through those, and I have a feeling I'm going to be playing 3. Our friend Arvin is going to be playing 4. And then my husband's probably going to end up playing like 1 or 2 just to move forward and keep going on things. So yeah, I think that's everything. I'm sure there's more that I'm forgetting, but if I remember, I'll put it in a whip and chat or something. So this is going to be a long one. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a rosy day.